Alright, y'all. This is a video of me and my girlfriend covering the topic of chivalry and why men and also to a point women do not do this shit no more. And y'all niggas is just a fucked up society. We gonna have a discussion about it, talk about it and shit. You feel me? So yeah, this is my first video with my girl, I guess. So I hope y'all enjoy the conversation and whatever the fuck I have to bring to the table. But yeah, it's a whatever video. So I hope y'all niggas enjoy this shit.
On women to be ladies, and I would argue, in order to be a respectable lady, to be deserving of a man to sacrifice his life for you, you certainly can't be dating multiple men at the same time, even going just on multiple first dates. So in this scenario with her, if I was on a first date with a woman and I was inclined to sacrifice my life for a woman, I would advise a man that it would be ludicrous to sacrifice your life for a woman who has a date planned with another man right after you. You're going to do the ultimate chivalrous thing, die for her, and she's going to see another guy later that night? That would be crazy to me. But under your framework, you think a guy should die for a woman who's going to go date another guy that night? Is that your position?
So,
just answer the question. Do you think he should still die under those circumstances?
yes. Can I give more info?
So your answer is yes, though. Go ahead.
Okay. So I also, to put it into more of like my mindset, is
Alright, before I even hear her out, bro, that shit is, I mean, based off of what he said, I don't know if it could be any clearer, but that shit is a clear waste of fucking time, even on both ends. Like, even on the woman's side, if she does a lot for this nigga and, like, he's still exploring his options, then it's just a fucking waste of energy, in my opinion, because you may not even be first pick on God for both sides, bro.
like we did this whole. I had this whole epiphany kind of thing in college. We had this like active scenario training in one of my classes, and they talked about like how basically like you should be willing to jump on that shooter.
The men should.
No, just anyone. So I was thinking through. They're like, whoever's closest to the door, they're coming in the door. The best way to stop the active shooter is to attack that person. And so I was like, dang, like that is crazy.
Wait,
like that's such a challenge. Like I don't know if I could do that. Blah blah blah. But like, it really got into my head, and I thought about it a lot. And I'm like, man, I could protect the other people that are there. I'm the closest person there. Like, what am I gonna do? Like that is.
This isn't really relevant.
I'm just saying that I would want to do the same thing.
Like, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. She yapping, dog, because that shit kind of went over my fucking head, bro.
Me too.
So the man, no matter who the girl's going on a date with afterward,
He should still
do it. Because if I were in that position, I'm not going to be like, wait, are you a felon? Wait, like, are you like whatever? And
you
then
can't know everybody's history.
Wait,
Like-
so do you hold yourself to that same standard?
Yes.
right,
on
but
a
like
person?
let's zoom out
Yeah.
and like let's just actually
That's not
analyze
what
it.
he's
If we
asking.
know all the facts, should a man here? I'll just give you the extreme example and see where there's logical consistency here. Let's assume that man's going on the first date with a girl and she's currently sleeping with 3 other men. If we're zoomed out and we're doing an analysis on that situation, should the man then sacrifice his life for a woman who's currently having sexual intercourse with 3 other men?
I think that's kind of insane.
Let her answer
Sorry.
the question.
Let's say he doesn't fucking know, it would still be like overly chivalrous. You feel me? It's no problem to protect people and shit and do the right thing. But I don't know, man. I just wouldn't go for that shit. Period. I mean, I don't fucking know.
She's coming from an unbiased
It's
place.
like
She's
answer
coming
the
from a
question,
place of
bro.
human to human.
Yeah.
Like
So-
she's not putting labels or
I-
notions or
hold on.
history.
You're putting a label on a man that he needs to act in a certain way. He needs to sacrifice his life. I'm putting the label
We
on it.
sacrifice our lives as women too by having children. Childbirth.
okay, that's
we have
that's
one
a-
of the
God.
highest.
That has nothing to do with your life being in danger or someone coming to fucking hurt you or anything. And he has to be Captain Save-A-Hole for like a good fucking 15 minutes and beat the shit out of somebody or whatever the case may be. That is 2 different fucking things. Having children with someone, you already got past dating, fucking possibly living with each other, all the whole 9. Like, if you're having fucking kids with a dude, bro, you're already past all that shit.
Like
Logical fallacy.
maternal death
We're getting
rates.
into a logical fallacy here.
It's
that's
not a fallacy.
Yes, whataboutism. What about us women who have to sacrifice in this other way that's totally unrelated to the scenario I'm
No,
giving.
it's life still.
No.
Not
Did you-
dying.
have
Many
you had
women die
children-
in childbirth.
Of all the men that you've had first dates with, did you have children with every single one of those men?
No, and I
Okay.
also didn't sleep with every single one of them.
Okay, so shut the fuck up. What the fuck does that have to do with this? Because like I said, having children is past all this, bro. You're already in a deeper fucking process. You're already in deeper dog shit than you thought you were in. So it goes into the topic of fucking intimacy and sex. So I don't understand why the fuck a first date even applies to what the fuck she's saying.
One of those men, and I also didn't.
Right, but
wasn't,
she's making the argument that a man, even on a first date, he should sacrifice his life for that woman.
She's coming from an unbiased perspective.
That I'm not really following, but so even in the scenario I painted, the woman is sleeping with 3 other men. Should the man lay down his life for that woman?
I think a respectable man still would.
So, okay, so, and
Okay, so if he's not laying down with her, why is he laying down his life? And she's laying down with 3 other niggas. That's 3 other lives that could be protecting your bitch ass. The hypothetical that he does not know that she is sleeping with 3 other niggas, and maybe this is his first time going on a date with this bitch. It still doesn't fucking make sense. If I do not know you, why am I putting my life on the line for a fucking stranger?
is a man sacrificing his life for a woman chivalrous?
Yep.
Okay, so why do you have this, why do men have to be chivalrous for, would you agree with me that a woman who's currently sleeping with 3 men and going on a first date with this new guy, would you consider that the what's the right word? There's not chivalry.
What,
There's not
ladylike thing to
chivalry.
do?
Yeah, there's not
No,
chivalry
yeah.
for one. Would that be ladylike of her?
No.
So are women who are not ladylike deserving of chivalry?
Yes.
Why?
Because I believe in grace, and I also like
Why?
part of.
But why would women have grace for men in that
Right.
scenario?
Well
That's
put.
crazy because you're literally saying, well, men should have grace for women, and men should have this role in society where it's their natural inclination to provide and protect.
What about basic, simple ass fucking reciprocation? Why don't you both act like simple fucking people or people that been home trained? Like, why the fuck does it have? Why is this conversation even a fucking thing sometimes, bro? Like, what the fuck? It should be a mutual thing.
and lay down their life when there's no expectation on the women to
I
do the
think
same, to have
I
any
have
I have
reciprocity.
expectations for women. I
Yeah.
have expectations for
Well,
everyone.
in this
What's-
scenario,
In this scenario,
No, go ahead.
no, in this scenario, she's sleeping with 3 men, so she's not meeting that expectation, and yet there is the expectation
Right.
on the man. That's what I'm saying, and I agree with this point. Listen, there's a lot of things I don't agree with, but I totally agree with the fact that you cannot expect a man to be a gentleman if you are not behaving as a lady, and I have learned that lesson the hard way.
so you
Men-
believe in she's asking for it kind of things?
Whoa,
Whoa,
what?
what?
Like,
No, she doesn't self-respect herself enough to fuck. How the fuck do I say this, bro? How the fuck can you expect basic, simple ass respect from others when you don't even simply respect your fucking self on a certain level, bro? It's just disrespectful to yourself. So why are you expecting it from another being when you can't? You don't even have the capacity to fucking take care of yourself.
like if she, because you're
What?
just
Where
like
are you,
if she's
are you
not,
talking about SA?
like you're like, oh, if she's
No.
not acting like a lady, then a man doesn't have to act like a gentleman.
That has
That's
nothing
a-
to
Okay,
do with
that's a-
asking. That's
okay,
a
it is
massive
extreme take. It's extreme
stretch.
take. But anyway,
Well, you're warping. I think
No,
you're
you're completely
warping
warping what
she
I'm
said.
saying. And if
Okay.
I
She
can-
asked a question.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's a crazy question to
having
ask based
conversation.
based on what I am saying. That's like such a far leap.
Bro, this bitch right here is devil's advocate. Right here, like she's kind of tweaking, bro. Like she's feeding fires into whatever the fuck this is, bro. Whatever the fuck she got going on.
so if she's
What I'm
sleeping
saying
with
is-
3 guys, you think she deserves to die?
What?
I never said she deserves to die, but in this scenario, there's a
Bro, it's an extreme. She's taking it to an extreme level, bro. Okay, basically, nigga, I do not feel the need to go out of my way to fucking respect you when you don't even respect me enough to fucking keep your fucking legs closed before we even go on a goddamn date. It's just disrespectful. Most fucking human beings are into exclusivity. So if you're not, you can't even be like ever so slightly exclusive with me, bro, then what the fuck do I need to do all this shit for? In a sense, like, even like being good to people is like exclusive in a sense. Like, you're being selfless, but it's still like an exclusive interaction or some shit. Like, why the fuck am I gonna go out my way for someone that don't even respect themselves? Like, it's fucking stupid. And then this stupid ass bitch right here. Oh my god, bro. These bitches are retarded. Like,
The car coming. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
saying that
She-
she
and you
deserves
think
the
You
car.
shouldn't expect a chivalrous
She
man.
shouldn't expect it. Why would a man
Yes.
give up his entire life, his existence on this beautiful planet for a woman who doesn't give a shit enough to date only him? That's crazy. I'm
There-
sorry.
there you
I
go, yeah,
believe
that's what I was
in
trying to say.
inclination as a male,
I
but-
agree with you. Like personally, I would give my life for one regardless.
No, Mason,
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
No, yeah.
Listen, a
but,
man should
well,
have
no,
that-
no. It's because I'm a man of extreme conviction.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
most men are not men of extreme conviction.
Right.
It's
But-
very much like,
This
why would I be chivalrous to a woman who is not going to be a lady for me? Like, there's so much effort that's being put on
Well, it's
me,
the same thing as,
so
like-
much expectation as a man, but there is very little expectation upon a woman.
And listen, I think a man, if he is following the true, like, traditional masculine path, I think he should have the inclination, but he should have the self-respect to know, like, hey, I'm not being treated with reciprocity here. There is not a woman who is meeting this expectation as a
there you
lady.
go. Reciprocation and self-respect.
And therefore, that's insane to give up my fucking existence on this beautiful planet for a woman who doesn't give a shit about me.
sacrifice.
That goes
It
both
is the
ways.
and he should have the inclination, but that doesn't mean that it's right for him to do it. Listen, I feel all the time, I think of these active shooter situations, I feel like I'd jump in front of a bullet for fucking anybody because I'm a caring, nurturing, loving person. But
Okay, if there's an active shooter in the fucking restaurant and I'm out with a strange woman that I don't really know 100% of the way, I'm not saying I'm not gonna help her get out of that bitch. But if she fumbles, bro, if she slips and falls, or she can't pop the fence, bro, I'm sorry. I did my best. Like, you feel me? Niggas need to have a deep understanding of what the fuck that even means, bro. Like, the rest of your life will be affected by whatever outcome happens when you decide you're gonna make a dumbass decision. Like, put your life on the line for a fucking stranger. And I'm not saying it's not wrong for people to do shit like that. Just know that I am not one of them niggas, bro. I promise. If I'm not, like, laid up with you, we're not gonna have kids, we don't live together, we don't lay in the same bed, nigga, what the fuck am I doing? Nigga, we even get that far. Like, when, like, chick over here, she can't see her, we were talking about children and shit. Or, no, it was this chick, but, nigga, what? Bro, people don't even, like, have that basic ass fucking type of chivalry day to day. Like, you open a door for somebody, whether a man or a female, and they just walk past. They don't say fucking thank you. Not that I give a fuck. If I see them coming my way, I'm going to open the fucking door, whether they say thank you or not. That's just part of who I am. If you're expecting something every time you do a good deed, nigga, you're not really a fucking good person.
But I'm telling you, when it's on a date, like, I don't understand why women are expecting men to open doors, pay the bill, show up, and do all these things when women are out there texting.
Also, when it comes to, like, open dating, typically, I'm not paying for that girl if I don't like her enough. We're splitting that shit. Like, if I don't like you enough, I don't feel you enough, bro, or whatever the fucking case may be, I'm not doing that shit. It's just up to me at that point. It's either I mind doing it or I don't mind. That's just how niggas think, bro. If I like you enough, if you're pretty enough or whatever the fuck, I will pay for that shit, I promise. It just depends on the vibe, bro. Like, no, looks aren't everything, but, like, bro, like, depending on the outcome of that shit, nigga, I am not doing this shit.
5
Let alone, I'm not even paying for your meal, let alone I'm not going to sacrifice shit for you. I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to pray that you are intelligent enough to get the fuck out of there efficiently.
men at the same time, setting up all these different dates and sleeping with all these different people.
Okay, but let's not demonize women. Men
We're
are
not.
doing it too. Like,
We're
like
not.
I
It's
said,
just we
We're
encourage
not. We're talking. We're not.
Right.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, bro. I keep pausing, but it's not about demonizing nobody. It's just the topic of should I? No, I should not. It has nothing to do with you being a woman. It's just a woman who is promiscuous and doesn't respect herself enough to fucking close her legs does not deserve chivalry on a level where it costs someone's life. Nigga, you are not that.
Open the door's not
Men
that
are
serious
dogs.
either.
Men
Yes,
are
men are
dogs.
bare
minimum.
Listen, men are
raise your
dogs
standards.
too.
But-
There's a reason why we call women bitches, bro. What is a bitch? A female dog. Bark.
We're talking about in this scenario the expectation that's on men versus women. We're not talking about how men. I know men who've slept around. Listen, every time that I slept around with a man, there was a man waiting right there to exploit my brokenness. So yes, I know what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, I didn't act like a lady, so they didn't act like gentlemen, and I shouldn't have expected
So
them to
then you
act like
feel
gentlemen.
like you deserved it because of that, or what?
I think that
I'm not following.
I think that I was
just
not
hating at
behaving in
this
a way
point.
that is
If you're not
conducive.
a lady, why do you
You're not going to
expect
be treated
a
like
man?
a
Ignorant
man
as
to be a
fuck.
gentleman.
Yeah, that's
Men
it.
aren't obligated
It's
to
wrong.
give their life up for strangers.
just
And they're not
morally
obligated
wrong.
to open.
Okay, it's like, do you deserve to have a job with $25 an hour plus when you have no fucking certs, credentials, or nothing? You're not qualified for shit. So what makes you think you can apply for this job? And then on the flip side, you got niggas that get paid a lot and bitch about the pay they got. No shade, but I'm just... You don't do fucking shit. And you... Like, I don't fucking know, bro. You don't do fucking shit. You have the audacity to bitch about the money you're making. Nigga, you're below your pay grade.
Open doors and do all these things for you.
Yeah.
They do it because they want to do it for a lady who cares for them, who is willing to put in the same effort on her end, maybe in a different capacity because she's a woman and not a man. But I'm saying it's supposed to be a mutual thing here. It's not supposed to be men do this amazing chivalrous thing all the time and take care of us and treat us well, and yet women can do whatever the hell they want.
I don't think
I don't
anyone
think that
proposed
either.
that either,
Yeah.
though.
We're
I don't
talking
think
about
it's
a
been
man-
I think
a
that's
woman
what
sleeping
society
with-
kind of shifted towards, though.
I
It
think
is.
it's just crazy that you can sit here and say that there would be an expectation on a man to sacrifice his life, ultimate chivalry, for a woman who's just
Taking dick
totally
from anybody
degenerate,
will get-
who's a
Go ahead.
total degenerate,
Yes.
who's not a lady, who's not moving in a traditional way, who's currently having sexual intercourse with 3 other men. How, like, I don't understand the logic there.
Like, he should have the inclination as a man, like, yes, I have this inclination as my natural masculinity. I do want to provide and protect. But, like, if we are never going to progress as a society if we don't.
It is perfectly okay for women to have these expectations. And the reason why I say that is because at the end of the day, if he does not have enough self-respect or awareness to fucking cut this shit short, that is his fault. I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, bro, like, a lot of men are walking around fucking kind of retarded. Well, at least when it comes to being emotionally aware of themselves and knowing what they want, what they will take and will not take. Dude, if you fall into this lobster trap, you're a fucking crab or a lobster, bro. I'm sorry.
Look at how both of us have a responsibility to act in a certain way towards one another.
Like, in this scenario, I really can't be mad that this fucking discussion is even fucking happening, because it's fine that you can have these expectations. It's just like, the minute that conversation gets brought up or I find out you have these expectations, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not, because I know I'm not going to do that shit for nobody. Man, I'm going to just hope my sisters get away. I'm telling you, I'm hoping all the sisters get away, bro. If there's a shooter in that restaurant, they all better just have enough wit quickly. Oh wait, no offense to no women out here, but most of you bitches do not even work out when y'all get out of high school. Y'all fall off bad. So in this very specific, hypothetical, extreme situation that a fucking shooter is in the restaurant, who do you think is getting away? Like, genetically, like, in everything, bro. Aren't, like, not even trying to go there, but like, dude, like, no offense, but I don't know a woman that's faster than me, other than my little sister. I promise.
Expect something from one gender.
Do you want to respond to anything?
Yeah, I mean, I get, like, I see your point of view.
It's unfair.
I
It's
think-
just
And
unfair.
Okay.
Yeah.
She don't got shit to say, bro. She fucking boneheaded. Ain't shit up there. There's really nothing upstairs, bro. She just conjuring. She's getting downloads from the devil on God.
I know your point of view.
Jesus walked this planet and literally went and talked to prostitutes, tax collectors, all of the sinners.
What the fuck does Jesus talking to debaucherous people and human beings have to do with this situation? Jesus was a person to teach people righteousness, blessings, and godliness and all that other fucking shit, and to put their life in fucking order. So the fact that you bring up Jesus and you're definitely Satan's advocate is fucking wild to me. Like, Jesus taught people that they could be like him, my nigga. Like, just because he talked to these people does not mean he condoned this type of fucking bullshit. He was out here trying to fucking save people, bro. You're all
in
over
the
fucking
streets,
place
right?
with this shit, bro.
And he
You're literally getting downloads from the devil to bring up fucking anything to get your point across, but it's not working. I swear to God, it's not, bro. It's a shitty, nasty orange.
He did not hesitate to die for all of humanity.
Yeah.
So this
What?
is, if you guys are talking about like
Bro. According to every motherfucker out there, Jesus was born on Christmas, which is not even fucking real. But if you were born on Christmas, you are a Capricorn. I am a Capricorn myself. What Capricorn do you know that's going to sacrifice his whole entire life and his greater good and soul and being and energy and his great godliness breath for all these fucked up weirdo ass niggas? real life, Jesus was not a fucking Capricorn. That nigga was born in spring. But I'm just saying, bro, like, based off of y'all's information and knowledge, not mine, this nigga is not even supposed to be selfless like that, bro. Especially if you look into astrology and shit. That shit is not fucking fake, my nigga. Like, I swear to God, it's not, bro. True New Year's is in fucking March, bro. The first fucking zodiac sign of all the zodiacs is fucking Aries. Y'all niggas got it so fucking fucked up.
Values, things like that, where literally, you know.
But Jesus didn't marry the prostitutes, and he saved them through grace.
We're not talking about
it's
anybody
really
marrying anybody. We're
Ryan,
talking about
if you
principles.
didn't, if you didn't
what
jump
does
in
that
front
have
of a car,
to do with this relationship scenario?
if you didn't jump in
Nothing.
front of a car, I wouldn't.
They literally crucified this nigga after all his efforts. They fucking nailed this nigga on a cross after all his efforts because niggas still wanted to fucking sin.
They got the information so wrong.
That's basic. Like, I don't even read the Bible like that, dog. Holy
I
shit.
wouldn't like hold that against you. You know, like I'm
Well,
still my point.
what about the bullet? The bullet.
The bullet. If you didn't jump in front
So
of the
because
bullet,
Jesus killed himself for a bunch of degenerates who wanted to keep doing what they're doing, all men should sacrifice themselves for degenerate ass fucking women. That's what I got from that.
but for some random girl you just went on a date for, I wouldn't be like. That
You
was
wouldn't be
the-
dinged as a man.
Yeah, I would just be like, that's a crazy situation.
A lot of
We're
women.
in a yeah.
A lot of women do.
And then it goes back to women rights and equality, that women actually ask to be treated like men. So if I don't treat you a certain way because I don't get treated a certain way, isn't that equality? Isn't that rights? Isn't that your right to be treated like shit?
And female fought for those rights.
That's literally your fucking right that you fought for.
Mm-hmm.
Women have these expectations, right? And then it goes back to, I like it when a guy is a little bit of a dick. Or I like it when a guy is a little bit emotionally unavailable or even emotionally unaware.
Mm-hmm.
But dead ass. Like, remember, you're like, oh, you were just so cold. Oh my God. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's a walking. Like, sometimes I feel like women will talk about what they want and then will, like, act on the complete fucking opposite. Because they'll be like, I want a man to be chivalrous and put his life on the fucking line. But if a dude actually fucking dies for you and he just went on a date with you, and let's say you had 3 sex with 3 niggas, you are scarred because you just killed that man.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be emotionally guilty for the fucking rest of your life, and you knew you wasn't shit in the first place. And so, do you even really want that? Not you, but you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't really want that shit, bro. You really don't, because if this nigga really does die for you, bro, that is literally on your record. That's literally on like your Akashic record, like your spiritual. You reincarnate. That's in your past life, nigga. You fucking were so conceited enough to fucking put this man in front of you for a fucking bullet or some shit. Nigga dies, and then the other niggas are still asking for your vagina the fucking next couple weeks. They don't give a fuck. They don't even. You probably be so traumatized you can't even tell these niggas that this nigga just died for you, and they're asking you to bust open your legs again. They're like, appointment. That's fucked up, like, real life. Like, and then, let's say you do have kids in the future and shit, nigga, that is part of your legacy and your upbringing. So when you tell your kids your stories about your life, I don't know if you're gonna take that shit to the grave or not, but just know, nigga, like, this shit is etched into your skin like a tattoo, bro. Like, no cap.
You want a man who'd be willing to sacrifice themselves for them.
And I do too, but I wouldn't.
Right.
I just wouldn't like berate you for that decision if you
She
didn't.
needs to stop talking.
Right? Jump in front of a car, a bullet, or whatever.
Would it change?
And then look at her, bro. Like, rate her 1 to 10. I want you to do the rating before I do, because you know I'm finna go in, but like just off of looks, not even trying to be like materialistic, earthly, or superficial, but I'm just like, nigga, like 1 to 10, you just go in, like,
She's not even an 8 or a 7. She's like 5.5. At least for me.
3. And that's being nice. I swear to God.
But the way she talking is like a 0. That shit disgusting how she talks.
Most women get far in terms of dating and getting fed and shit, but like in this like situation where like your life is on the line, both of y'all's, nigga.
I could tell she's gonna be alone.
Not saying I'm gonna let ugly people die or anything or like nothing like that. I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying I'm not gonna let an ugly woman die. Like, you know, I'm gonna just make sure she is somewhat alright. But if she fails on her end to want to protect her own life, then what can I fucking do about that? If I got away and you did it and I did my best, then I just did my best, and God knows that. That's etched in my skin that I know that I tried to save your bitch ass, and you fucking fucked up. You fumbled because you decided you didn't want to work out after high school. Because the only time you really did work out is when your bitch ass PE teacher told you to go run that mile. So if I can get away faster and I'm dragging you, you're slowing me down at a certain point, I'm gonna let go of your fucking hand. I'm gonna Usain Bolt the fuck up out of that shit. I promise. Or I'm making my way through the kitchen and walking out through the back, and I'm gonna jump in the fucking dumpster. And if you're too girly or whatever, snobby and conceited to give a fuck about your own life, to get your dirty ass in that fucking dumpster and be even more dirtier, then I don't know what to fucking say to you. Because I know the dumpster ain't gonna get shot up in the back. Ooh, what'd you get? Oh, more turtle treats for Quan Quan.
Let me see this shit first.
Oh, yup, yeah, those are live, bruh.
Oh shit!
You
Yo!
and me and my dad used to go fucking fishing and shit. These are live mealworms. The turtle finna eat good, bruh. You gonna feed the turtle, he gonna get big, bruh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right? Jump in
Okay.
front of a car, a bullet, or whatever.
Would it change if that man's like your dad or your brother?
Like,
I would expect my dad.
if
or
my dad
brother.
didn't jump in front of a bullet. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
expect that. I wouldn't
Of
expect
course,
the
but that's a
boyfriend, but I would
scenario.
expect my dad.
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah,
Look,
exactly.
it ultimately just comes down to this, right? So,
I get your point, though. I really do.
right. So you have non-traditional women who
Bro, you can, like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but you can look into somebody's eyes and shit and just listen to the tone of their voice and know they don't know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. She just said that shit to somewhat save herself because now she's getting fucking ragged on.
demand and expect and feel.
And then she realized what she said was dumb as hell and all the topics she brought up are non-correlated, bro.
Yep.
Like, if we had a fucking graph with a bunch of dots, her shit would be all the way up to the bottom, the top. No linear function, nothing, bro. Like, not that you niggas do math anyway.
Entitled to traditional treatment from men. Now, the bullet one's an extreme example, although there's even non-traditional women who are prepared to demand the ultimate traditional treatment, the ultimate sacrifice for men. But on a more realistic scale, you'll have non-traditional women who demand men generally be protectors, generally be providers, pay for first dates, open car doors, be chivalrous. But they're not there's no...
We should have a good enough intuition to know whether they deserve that shit. It's not that we're always like that. Like, it could be in our personality, but, like, most men know whether you deserve that shit or not. And it also is personal bias. Like, if we really do not like you like that, like, we're going to give you some basic-ass respect, of course, but I'm not pushing it at all. Like, niggas do not push it, bro. Well, you got people with the nice guys and shit and push you to, like, you know, compliment them all the fucking time and shit like that, but you should have, like, as a man, you should be intelligent enough to know that she does not deserve none of this shit.
Prosody there. They're not doing anything traditional. So that's kind of my criticism, is that you have this demand that
Who's that guy in the
men
background?
be traditional, but y'all want to be modern women. Y'all want...
But you're
I
throwing
don't know, he looked
general,
like some
like,
English
I
nigga.
feel like those are outliers too.
He
No,
protects
it's
me.
not. No, it's not. It's actually not an
Because
outlier.
look at how many
It's
people
not
say
an
they're
outlier.
feminists, and then they still want a man to pay
Yeah.
for the first date. Like that's
Yep.
if you are a
not an
feminist,
outlier.
why are you not splitting the bill? It does not
You
make
have-
a lick of sense.
You have
Like I
traditional
said, you
women
fought for that right to be treated like a nigga. Or to be treated equally.
that do want traditional treatment from men. But on top of that, you have a whole bunch of modern women who are not traditional at all that still want the exact same things. They want all the traditional treatment from men.
I don't even know what traditional means anymore, bro. Tradition is like, even then, like, OnlyFans bitches and shit could be considered traditional in today's age. Like, bro, think about it. 20 years from now, when you define a traditional woman, it's a bitch that does OnlyFans. Because that is the current culture right now. And if you are able to upkeep that bullshit for an X amount of time, it now becomes something that is passed down. That word makes me uneasy as fuck. Because I don't even know what the fuck that means anymore, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Then, what would you consider me?
A fucking normal person with basic ass respect for themselves.
I wish these females had that.
Like, I would even be able to call you traditional because that word is now fucking distorted so goddamn much. I don't even know. Like, I feel like I'd be offending you by calling you traditional nowadays. Because you got women my mom's age in their fucking 50s thinking like this too.
Right.
On God. So what does tradition mean, bro? How far back do we gotta go to get rid of thottery?
That's facts.
Or go back to when there wasn't so much to look at
Mm-hmm.
or stimulation like that. Like you feel me? Any nigga can go on the internet and then look up any of his weirdest fantasies and fetishes and shit and just be into that. And then he could get a girlfriend and it's hard for him to be intimate with her because everything he needs is fucking on the internet. His wildest fucking fantasies are on the phone. She may not even meet that expectation.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the flip side, more women are watching fucking porn. So it's like, it's fucked up. It fucks up their heads, bro. Stay off your phones, bro. Y'all are cooked. Real life, stay off your fucking phone. Cooked ass niggas, bro. Y'all don't appreciate shit in front of you. Like I said in the last video, bro. Y'all niggas are cooked on God, bro. I feel so fucking bad. No, because back then, when they mean by traditional, they mean you're not a screenager or, you know, someone that lives amongst the technology world and shit. Like, because you're on the internet so much, there's so much different shit to look at that it's not even fucking fair for the people around you anymore. It isn't. And then when you go on a dating app, speaking from personal experience, literally more than 70% of the women there clearly don't have self-respect. And then they say they want a man that's not going to waste their time. I don't want a one-night stand. Don't bullshit me in the descriptions and shit. Mm-hmm. The first fucking picture I see when I swipe on that dating app is some titties or a nice full moon view of your fucking ass. Whether it be skin or not. Mm-hmm. I don't see your face. The camera is literally like down here pointing upward to make her ass look like that is the main focus of the image, and you don't want me to waste your time by just asking you for sex. Mm-hmm. So let's psychologically pick apart these bitches, because I used to really do this shit for fun. I'll hop on a dating app, create an account, put my best pictures and ask them, why the fuck are you on here? You clearly cannot find a man. And the first thing I see is ass and titties, meaning you have no self-respect for yourself. So when a nigga hops on here and asks you for a one-night stand, why the fuck are you so fucking confused? Take that shit off your description, take those pictures down, and take a nice, decent-ass fucking picture and put some shit like you don't like a nigga with money and you like a nigga that has morals, values, and can work hard for his shit. And that can actually help you build something. That's advice for you dumbass niggas. Love you, ma. You good? No.
Well, yeah.
Well, you woke up too high?
Yeah.
You woke up still feeling high as fuck? Yeah, that's how I woke up. That's why I had to get that coffee in my system and shit.